Miriam Galdelli from The Adaptive Human, and I'd love to welcome you to this week's podcast. I have an amazing guest today, Karin Claes from Belgium. Hi, Karin.
Hi, Miriam. Nice to be here. Hi.
So Karin is a 52-year-old mother of a 30-year-old daughter and 24-year-old son. She has been working in the hair color business since she was 15, but became independent at 25. This is amazing. Since 15, some 15-year-olds we see today are still just playing video games all day. She loves color. She loves energy. She loves to be happy. And her friends call her a unicorn, which led her to open a company that's called Unicorn Adventures. I hope you tell us all about that. Her main business is a company called Intercap, which sells hair care products. And she actually is part of the networking organization that I'm part of in Belgium. And she also runs the Belgium Foundation for the networking organization BNI, which is amazing. In her spare time, as if she has any with all these tasks, she's also the singer in a cover band called the Rumble Dolls, which is, I love this name. She loves to connect people. She loves to connect with people. She has amazing energy. Life hasn't always been easy for her. She's had 2 heavy accidents, which turned her life around, and she's also been divorced. And yet here she is. She's happy. She's smiling. She's energetic. I hope you enjoy this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so Karin, Unicorn Adventures. When you told me about this, wow, that's like a dream job.
Yeah. The Unicorn Adventures is because I was called by my friends the unicorn. This is because I am for them very special, and I hope for a lot of people. But also because I love to be a little bit unique. You know, when I am in a crowd, I will always want to be a bit standing out. I love colors, and then I'm in my business for 37 years now, and being in BNI gave me the idea of doing something, you know, outside the box, because sometimes people, they say to me like, Karin, oh my God, you change your hair color, you do the modeling, you do the singing, you do everything you like. And maybe that's a little bit how I am. I like to just enjoy life and be happy. Of course, we have to follow a little bit rules, but I'm like a little bit, you know, a tomboy, always been. And that's why I started the Unicorn Adventure, so people can hire me to join them in their adventure of a lifetime. Like, let's say I go for shopping, to change their hair color, to do a photo shoot, to do horseback riding, parachute jumping, anything they would like to do and they don't dare to do alone or are afraid of to start. Yeah.
Wow. So I'm terrified of skydiving or any of those things, so that you would do it just to, as part of work, you know, just to do it with somebody.
Yeah, so you know, I was like, why? Everybody always say to me like, Karin, I would like you to be my friend, and I love people. I just love people. It's my nature. I love them, and I want to be like everybody's friend, but that's not possible. You cannot be everybody's friend. It's too hard actually. So but I want to help as many people as I can. And I told you before that as a coach, I don't have the education to be a coach, so I don't want to pretend to be a coach. And that's why I thought, how can I make these people happy? What can I do? And to be like some kind of friend to them, to just take their hand and lead them to an adventure that they really would love to do, just for 1 day or 2 days. I'm planning to make trips too, like holidays, little holidays with people. So I think I can make their lives a little bit better, happy, special, out of the box, new.
So is there something that you have your fingers crossed and you really hope that somebody will ask you to do with them?
Ooh, that's I think I go for the skydiving.
Have you ever gone?
I did a few times indoor, but never outside. So that would
Ooh.
be really fantastic. Yeah, I would love to.
I
Really.
think if I ever went skydiving, I could just picture the screams of fear coming out of me. I am that person. You know, the last time I went on a roller coaster,
Yeah.
it was at Universal Studios in Tampa, and my friend had played a trick on me and said, "Go on the Hulk, it's super easy." No, the Hulk rocket launches you. Okay, the bad
Okay.
word. Oh yeah. The bad words that came out of my mouth when I got off, the kid sitting next to me says, "Mommy, that girl said a lot of cuss words."
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So I don't think I would jump out of an airplane. That
But
is
you
great.
never know.
You never know.
Miriam, when you come to Belgium, you never know.
Maybe because I also, like you, like to do charity work. Maybe I'll have a fundraiser, you know.
Yeah,
Donate
yeah,
enough money, I'll do it.
that's a good one. Then they want to see you scream and "Wah," with
And
your
then we'll make sure that there's a therapist on site because I'll need money for my fear.
It's like I really have like I like spiders, snakes, crocodiles. I really love it, and a lot of people are really afraid of it. So maybe I can, help them lose their fear for that.
It's so fun though. Sometimes when you are on an adventure, like I love to travel. That's my adventure
Yeah.
side, and I usually travel alone. Um, I know. And I was in Costa Rica and I was hiking in the rainforest in Costa Rica. And so now silly me who believed, when you read something and they say, "Oh, that snake is one color, it's only the colorful snakes that are poisonous." So don't believe that, by the way. And so the guide says, "Look at that viper over there," but it was all brown. So I'm like, "Okay, it's not a problem. It's all brown. It's not colorful. It can't be poisonous." So I was like this close to it, just watching it sleep. And I turned around and I said, "Oh, thank goodness that one's not poisonous." He goes, "That thing will kill you in one bite." I ran away.
Oh my God.
So
You
that's
know what I did? I had a BNI member, and he used to sell snakes, so he
okay.
makes special breeds of snakes. So in his daily life, he cleaned walls and stuff like that. But as a co-business, he sold snakes.
Okay.
So we had this challenge in our chapter. If you do the most fantastic one-to-one with a picture, you can earn a dinner. So I went to this guy. He had like more than 100 snakes in the basement. So I went inside and he could put the snakes around my neck, around my arms. And it became really a little bit frightening, because so many snakes, it's intimidating. And also when they are around you, they really rap and they come onto your face and stuff like that. But I was okay. I want to win this dinner. So in the end, they choose two guys in a jacuzzi
Ah,
for the picture. So I was like, what the hell? You know,
that's fixed. That's fixed. I'm sorry.
I think so too.
Or maybe because they know that you're so adventurous that it wasn't really an effort for you.
Yeah. Yeah, because I even did the singing with another member. He had like a man cave. He put on the karaoke thing, and then he made me sing. They filmed it, and I was like, I have to win this one-to-one challenge one time. But even that, no.
It's fixed. It's fixed.
I'm sure it's all men.
So, Karin, I mean, this is amazing. Unicorn Adventures. It's really cool concept. And
Yeah.
when you came up with the idea, what do you wish to achieve with this idea?
I really want to have more people coming out of their comfort zone because I notice so many people at the moment. I don't know if it's the situation at the moment, but a lot of people are really unhappy and really going inside, more and more and getting a little bit depressed, don't know what they want with their lives. And because they reach out to me really a lot, I thought, yeah, I can make this my business. Why not making a business out of it? I don't have to earn like, uh, thousands of dollars
Yeah.
just to live from it. But the main reason is to make people happy,
Yeah,
to yeah, and to get their joy and their love because I'm really a connecting, loving person. I really love that.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really cool because sometimes people reach out to me with a new business, and it's a lot of similar things that already exist, but when we were introduced and you said unicorn adventures, right away I got excited because, as a business coach, I always push people to think outside the box, to be creative, to be different. When I became a business coach with my pink hair, a lot of people were saying, oh, you might not meet the clients you want. You might not meet this. I said, or I'll meet exactly the clients I want, or I'll leave
Yeah.
exactly the mark that I want. And so I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I think when you do what you love and it comes from out of your heart, you always encounter everything that's meant for you, that 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 needs to meet you. The people, the business, the like the charity that we are both involved in. It's just crosses your path when you are the right person.
Yeah. And, speaking of the charity, I think from what you've told me in the past, it ties very well with your unicorn adventures, right? Because that need to help people, and
Yeah.
and you do more charity work than just one charity, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, like I do the BNI Foundation, of course, for the schools, but then I also run the BNI Business Voices.
Mhm.
And when COVID got really bad, we also did collect for poor people like blankets and jackets when it was cold.
Okay.
Because it was not only a problem about children, but it was a general problem for people. So I try to gather as much stuff as I can. I have not a very big house, but one room is filled with things they bring me, and then when I have the right charity, I can drop it over there. Mostly one of my BNI Voices members helps me because I have a small car, a mini, and she has a bigger car, and we put
Okay.
everything inside, and then we make the picture like just to show the people that the stuff is really going to the right charity. Um, but we also collect like toys and stuff for
Yeah.
handicapped people. We do really as much as we can. When people reach out to me, I try to help. It's not only for the foundation, but I think in this world, everybody would show a little bit of compassion and love and
Mhm.
help people that reach out the hand and you help it. That would be really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, we've talked about charity work and why I think it's important. Why do
Yeah.
you think it's important to help others?
I think it's important to, first of all, to have a better future. If we work now, if we plant now the seeds, we can have the plants later. Maybe we don't even see it, but I think when you start something, somebody has to start it. Other people join, and I think it's most important that we can really have a good future for especially the children. For me also, I'm concerned about older people, animals, everything that needs to be cared of. But I think when we can help the children, they will become better person later on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I'm just still thinking in my head, what unicorn adventure would I request?
I had a photo session last weekend. One of the members, she just offered me to use the horses that she
Wow.
has. So that's really fantastic, because the members, they just offer you, you don't have to pay. Normally, when you have to hire a horse and stuff like that. So I hope that the photos are really unique. I think it's going to be amazing and fantastic.
That's
Yeah,
incredible. So you
yeah.
said you'd also like to do some trips. Where's somewhere you'd like to visit for your adventures?
I would like to come to Canada. Of course, that's and I did some trips in the USA already, but I would like to do some more. And I think like Australia would be great. Would be great to visit. Yeah,
It's
uh,
beautiful.
uh, yeah. And I don't know. Maybe if the conference is next year in Asia, I will go over there.
Maybe. I know our national conference coming up this year is in the US in Miami. So I don't
Yeah,
know where it will
yeah.
be next year. We'll find out, I think, in November.
Ah, yeah, I'm so excited because I want to, if I can travel, I would like to see a lot of stuff, but it's not always so easy because I also have my crew, my friends, my uh from the past, and they are always saying like, Karin, we need you too. You are always busy with a lot of stuff, but we need you too. So now and then I have to, take time for them. And then we make little travels like go to Amsterdam. That's my city. Yeah,
Wow.
that's party, and it's really fun. And then I go to Spain with friends, and it's really fun. But I understand that they also, miss me and want to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so, okay, so the picture of Karen, right?
yeah,
Crazy hair colors, sells the products, has been doing it since she was 15, owns a business called Unicorn Adventures, helps run charities, and now you're also in a rock band, right?
yeah,
And I think
yeah.
this is important because I know for me, when I first started in business, everybody would tell me, focus on one thing and that's it, and don't do anything else, right? And here you are, successful, doing a lot of, not letting your interests go. So you're rock band. How did
I
that
love
happen?
that is really a story because I had a boyfriend
Mhm.
and he was in the rock band. So they were looking for a singer, and I just said like, as long as you don't find anybody that's coming to join the band, I can go to the rehearsal just to sing, to make it more easy to rehearsal, because when you don't have a drummer or you don't have a bassist or you don't have a singer, it's very hard to rehearsal decent. So I go along, and they really like my voice. And in the meantime, we split up, but I'm still in the band, and he is still the guitar player. So it's okay. We can,
Well, that's
we,
fun.
yeah, we can still be friends and be together in the band. That's really awesome. Yeah.
What kind of music do you cover?
We do, I prefer like Talking Heads. I'm and The Offspring, and now I'm want to do Bling 182. I
Oh,
really
my
love
daughter would
that.
love it.
Yeah, but the guys, they are old. Oh, they are actually my age, but they really like more like Deep Purple and the Cure, more the bands, yeah, a little bit older. But okay, it's okay. You know, we find each other. I think when you're in a band, you have to be a team. I
Yeah.
always say like we are always a team when you're in sports. Um, what I had to, I had to stop my sports because of my accidents.
Mhm.
That's okay. But I'm always have been in a team. I like to be a team player. And the band is also my team. So when they say like, Karin, please sing this song, I will do, what they like. They will do a few things that I like. And so we can
Mix
have
it up.
a good mixture. Yeah.
So, one thing that I like in all my podcasts is to ask guests, what advice would you have? So, here you are, your toes dipped in many different places and everything's fun. And if you were to meet a 15-year-old, just like when you were 15, who would come up to you and say, "What advice do you have for me?" What would you
I
tell them?
have I have one advice. Always follow your heart. Always. Never betray yourself. Never, never sell your soul. Always stay true to yourself and don't care what people think. You become only successful when you don't listen. If they give you good advice, like family, friends, that's okay. But you will never be good for everybody. There
Hmm.
will always be people that don't like you, that don't think you're beautiful, or that will hate you, maybe. And there are other people that will love you, think you are the most attractive woman in the world or man. So please don't care what they think. Just follow your heart and be true to yourself. That's my advice.
What a strong message, if there's one thing I've learned in life is that you should always be uplifting people because that uplifts you, but it still breaks my heart to see how many people try to bring others down, and
Absolutely.
always, and it's easier said than done to say ignore the naysayers, ignore the negative people. It's harder to do in practice, but just follow your dream. It's so important. um when I was younger, I remember my grandmother always saying, "Oh, you're going to be a lawyer because you always have to speak your mind. You're going to be a lawyer." As if speaking my mind was the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, for some people it is. They think they are maybe afraid you can't accomplish something if
Mhm.
you're strong of character. I really had that problem too, but it brought me nothing then good. Okay, I had my struggles in life, but still, I am also happy with the struggles. It's really strange. A lot of people, they see it as a burden, but for me, it's like a blessing because I became more wise, and I can even help more people because of experience. When I got divorced 3 times, not one, not two, but three. But in all that was experience, and I don't see it as a failure. I don't think that woman should walk around like, oh my God, I'm divorced. No, I'm divorced. Yeah, I'm fantastic. Because one, I tried, and two, I had the guts to cut it off. So just be proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have the stigma of the divorced person. It's not necessary.
It's I've never met anyone who's never made a mistake, right?
No, they don't exist. Sometimes, sometimes there are people that think they don't make mistakes, but we all do. We all do. We all
What
do.
they
And
say, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
right, right. And there is nothing wrong with that. You can make mistakes. It's no problem.
Yeah.
It can only make you stronger, wiser, and be able to help other people. So yeah.
And you have to think of what you still have, not what you've lost,
Yeah, true.
right?
Yeah, always and always think forward, not in the past, but always forward.
Yeah, I think that's super important, is always thinking, what do you still have? It's so easy to think of what you've lost. But
it's like me when I had the accidents. I lost the ability to do all the sports that I did. I did like climbing, horseback riding. I played like volleyball, and suddenly it was all finished because I'm not able to do that anymore. I have the problem with fractures, and I have like an implant in my face and stuff like that. So it's not possible. But then you can, okay, sit down and cry. But then I'm the same, 2 hours I feel bad. And then suddenly I think like, yeah, what can I do? Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's important. You touched on something important that I never tell somebody that they're not allowed to be sad, not allowed to be
Oh,
heartbroken. But at a certain point, you have to get back up. When I was deciding to be a coach, I had to ask myself, what coach do you want to be? And it happened to me a few years ago where I think 5 or 6 now, where a friend of mine passed away. And I was sad. The next day I
yeah.
was sad. He was a good friend of mine. And a coach came up to me and said, "Hey, it's time for you to get over it now." And I was like, how dare you tell me when it's okay for me to grieve and not grieve? And
Yeah.
as a coach, I always tell people, take the time to feel what you need to feel, but then you have to think of what you still have in life, right? The last thing you want is to
Yeah.
be
Yeah. It's the same like, when my daddy passed away, everybody was like, why doesn't she cry? But my dad and I, we used to talk really, really a lot about life and also about that and what he didn't want to experience by the end of his life. And, I made like some kind of closure
hmm
with it. And he always told me, he always called me little one, but I'm really very tall, but okay. And he said like, little one, when I'm passed away, please don't waste your time on grieving. Please stay happy, stay you. Because now when you have your age too, I was like 50. And then he said, maybe you can even die tomorrow, but you can become 60, 70, maybe less. And then you spend your time grieving and you waste all the time that you can be happy. So just be happy. And when you think of me, think happy. Think like, wow, we did that. My daddy taught me that. And that's why I always, when I think about my dad or talk about my dad, I'm really very happy.
I believe in
Because,
honoring the
yeah,
memory.
yeah, instead of crying all the time. I miss him, of course, I miss him. We worked together for so many years. And when I was little and he went to the clients, he always had to take me in the car because I was too much for my mom. I had so much energy and always talking and singing and playing the piano. I drove my mother crazy. So she was like, okay, take this kid with you in the car. So he was driving to clients all day, listening to me, but he always gave me a lot of wisdom too, because while we were driving, he taught me a lot. And that's what I really cherish.
Amazing. It sounds like a lot of your passion and that part of you comes also from your dad,
Yeah,
that,
yeah. He
that
was
care.
also but he was so nice to people. He was also always helping, and he was really a great example.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
But thank you for sharing that today.
you're welcome. Love
I
it.
think I
Yeah,
think if there's one thing that we've learned from you today is to just live at 100%.
please do. Please, please live and try to be as happy as possible without, you know, um, hurting people too
hmm
much, but try to be as happy as possible.
Yeah,
Love, love people. That's very important.
that's amazing. Karin, thank you so much for being a guest today. I'm sure
Thank
people,
you.
just the unicorn adventures. I can't wait to try one with you, whether
Yeah,
here or Belgium.
I'm looking so much forward to get you to Belgium. We will both have pink hair, you know
Yes.
that. Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you.
This is Miriam Galdelli from The Adaptive Human. Please tune in next time for our next episode. Thank you so much for listening. And if you'd like to get in contact with Karin, her contact information will be in the description box underneath the video. Thank you.
Bye.